We're going to get some background noise tonight. Saturday night, Memorial Day weekend. Neighborhood's kind of popping off right now. It's about 10 o'clock at night, so that's just what it is. Anyway, long story short, this fan did not have the original blade on it when I acquired it. The blade that was on this was some kind of obscure pedestal fan blade that I never really did nail down exactly what it was or where it came from. It worked pretty well for the fan, it just didn't look right, and it really enhanced the performance of the fan actually, but it was just a little too much. It kind of turned the fan into like an oscillating high velocity fan, really. It was kind of strange. Pretty cool though, but not really what you want with this fan. And I would really like to use this fan every day. So I put a different blade on it. Right now there is a like mid 2000s Air King blade on this, but it came off of a fan that was pretty well destroyed. It had spent many years laying in a junk pile through harsh conditions, temperatures, and I think it's just warped its way into irreparable balance issues. I can kind of show you a little bit what I'm talking about here. Here's a low speed. On the high speed now. Probably see the wobbling fan head. It's kind of a slow shimmy that it does. You probably can't see a lot of the really intense fast vibration coming off of this because of the autofocus and the camera, but when you're looking at it, the Lasko logo is blurry to the eye while the fan's running because this badge is just popping back and forth so quickly, and you can definitely feel it like throughout the surface, and it's just really annoying when it's running. So I found an SMC blade that I tried on this also, a 16-inch SMC blade, and the balance was better on that blade, but it still wasn't as good as I would like it to be, and it just didn't look right. This looks right. I think that Air King blade was very close to the original blade that would have been on this fan. But it's just out of balance. Not even out of balance really, it's just deformed. If you look at the blades, it's just like the curves are different on every blade, and they're like curved in different parts of the blade, and it's just, I don't think that there's any coming back from that. So what I did was I ordered a blade from Lasko, direct from the Lasko parts store, and this is very close to the blade that's on here. It's got kind of a weird shimmer to it. The color, it's not like glittery, it's just it has a shimmer. I don't know how much I like that. I don't know if it's going to look right or if it's going to be like too noticeable on the fan, but it was well packaged. Lasko did a really good job of packaging it. They put it in like a 16 by 16 square box, and insulated it really well. And then once he got past all the stuff that was in the box, it was wrapped in this bubble wrap here, and there's a sticker on that with the part number information. So that's the part number. I don't remember what fan it was. I think it might have been a pedestal fan. I tried to get the replacement blade for the 2506, the 16-inch performance table fan or whatever they call it, but that was out of stock. So I ended up getting a 16-inch blade from a pedestal fan that was a different model. So I'm going to go ahead and swap the blades and cross our fingers and hope for results. See if these aftermarket Lasko blades are any good. And while we're at it, we'll do the blade comparison. So here's the Air King blade. See what the underside of this looks like compared to the new blade. Very similar, but this one has more support slats inside the hub, which is probably a good thing. Other than that, appears to be very similar. The new blade might have more of a pitch to it. Not sure. We'll get it on there, get the guard fastened up, and see what happens. Okay, well, the blade is definitely a darker gray color compared to the old one. And the shimmer isn't really too noticeable, so that's good. And the blade fit perfectly, just as well as this one did, and I imagine just as well as the original blade would have. I guess that's the good thing about these, is that a lot of the components on the table fans are still interchangeable, especially the blades. I think this blade design is probably nearly identical to what this would have been, and I think this is like 1995 is when this fan would have been new. So anyway, without further ado, let's cross our fingers and good Lord. You okay, lady? Here's low speed. And I cannot see the logo shaking. That's the first good sign. And I cannot hear any vibration through the shelf here. It's another good sign. No cage rattle. There's a little vibration there. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think you could find a brand new Lasko fan that has better balance than this does right now. So, that's good. We'll go to medium. Definitely moves a ton of air too. just as much as the Air King blade, just as much as the SMC blade did also. Go to the high. So sometimes when I would run this before, the rattles and vibration wouldn't get really intense until I turned it on to the high speed. And we're on high speed now, and I still really don't hear any of it. And it doesn't really feel any worse. Still has a little bit of that head wobble thing, but not nearly as bad. I think this new blade cleared up the balance and the vibration issues by at least 70%. That's pretty good. That's what I was hoping for. I wasn't really expecting this blade to be 100% perfect, because after all, it is a Lasko blade, and it is a newer one at that, so sometimes that's not good. But yeah, as it stands right now, I think I could recommend the new replacement blades. This one's working out. As I said, I wanted to be able to use this fan every day. I've got a spot where I want to put this, and other people are going to be around it, so I don't want a fan there that's vibrating and rattling and stuff. I want it to run smooth, and looks like this is going to do the job. So yeah, it shipped from Georgia. I think it was like 12 bucks plus whatever the shipping was. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it shipped like same day or next day. Took like 2 days to get here, and packaged very well. Seems to be a pretty good product. 2022 blade fit the 1995 fan perfectly, and yeah, I'm definitely satisfied with this. Good to go. Thanks for watching.